Mr. Sundaram, there are 2 points that I would like to bring into the debate now. You are saying that based upon what somebody has said, our government needs to move into action. The conclusion would be that that somebody is someone who has the Indian criminal justice system, the Indian legal system, and the Indian judicial system under their thumb. Why should the Indian legal executive system be subservient to the American system? That's point number one. Point number two is, tomorrow, if a court in Bhopal indicts Elon Musk, how do you expect the American government to respond? We must be practical here and do everything possible to maintain the independence of our own criminal justice system, our own judicial system, and not make it subservient to that of the Americans. The second point is that these emails. Now, I come to the issue of these emails.
Arnab, I want to say something about those emails first, if I may.
Okay.
In paragraph 104 and 108, there's a reference to two emails, right? Take it from me that those emails are a part of the entire narration, right? But they have no probative value as to the charges made in the indictment. None. But there's a more serious issue. These are emails of an Indian citizen, right? And they have no probative value. I'm sure that the Adanis would not mind putting these in the public domain, all right? But because I've seen the narration about those emails, so I have some idea what they are about. Paragraphs 104 and 108. How does the Department of Justice get access to the private emails of Mr. Gautam Adani? These were not copied to anybody. This DOJ is the democratic deep state tapping our citizens. This is a serious offense in America. I countercharge those who brought this indictment before the judge, who put it before the grand jury, right? I countercharge that there's been illegal hacking of emails in India.
One minute. Now you're bringing in a completely different angle, sir. Can you 1 minute, Mr. Jethmalani? Now you have brought in a completely different dimension to this debate.
Yes.
And I hope that you are doing so.
I'm doing this
with some information that you have which we don't have access to.
Yes. No,
you are saying.
I am making a counter charge loud and clear.
On what basis?
Department of Justice in America, right? With full responsibility and complete accountability in case I made a false allegation.
This is breaking news.
104 and 108 refer to private emails of Mr. Gautam Adani in India. They were not copied to anybody.
1 minute. Page number or paragraph 104 and 108. 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a hot debate. I'm extending this by 15 minutes. Too many people are on the call right now. Too many viewers streaming. Let this stop and take a break. This is going to be extended.
Mr. Sundaram thinks that there's a halo around the American judicial system. I don't. I'm not, as I said before, I'm not an insect of the computer class. Everything that emanates from America is not worthy of sainthood.
If I understand, Tony, if I understand you right, after what I said, that this warrants an inquiry in India, do I take it that you're not in agreement that it warrants even an inquiry in India or an investigation in India? For my understanding, I'm asking you that.
Listen. I am not going to say anything on that aspect. If we are not on that aspect right now, we are on the
only aspect I'm on.
No,
that is the only aspect I'm on. I said arrive at guilt or innocence from this. I want an investigation and an inquiry to look into it.
Aryama, 1 minute. He's responding.
I'll answer your question. According to me, any indictment without evidence is not worth the paper on which it's written. You may think that there's something sacrosanct about an indictment. I said indictment without evidence is not worth the paper it's written on. Don't waste Indian judicial time and investigation authorities' time.
But he refers to emails.
You're not able to point out what evidence even discloses the conspiracy.
But he says there are emails. There are emails, Mahesh.
Yes.
Emails which are the evidence. The emails are the evidence, Mahesh.
Who says so?
And records of meetings.
Aryama and Sundaram says so on the. for the
Sundaram says so. I'm giving you 2 paragraphs and 104.
He also-
not pointing out what
104,
particular
which
document-
paragraph are you? 1 minute. I have 104 before me. You've referred to 104 numerous times. The offering.
108. There are emails which could only have been got by American hacking, by the DOJ hacking, by whoever put this case before. Those emails are referred to. I am now talking about the documents. Mr. Sundaram doesn't bring documents to prove the conspiracy charge, let alone actual bribery. I am now saying that the personal emails, how did the Department of Justice or whoever placed them before the judge concerned, the Department of Justice, how did they obtain these private emails of an Indian citizen?
I need.